Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I still won't do it. I just see it and I go, no. All right, so look at a couple of these photos I present. Where's it at? Here we go. So, got you pulling a sled here.
Yeah.
725 pounds, boy.
How much is it?
725.
Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 725 pounds there.
Weighted or unweighted?
Weighted. So
Okay.
I just I ended up taking a little too much pre-workout, I think, that day. And I was feeling it. Shout out to Coach Ryan there for really pushing me. He definitely didn't want me to stop until the end. So I I kept going. But yeah, I started and I ended up finishing, but that was a pretty proud moment there.
725.
Also, shout out to everybody in my class that was working out with me and actually decided to stop working out to take these pictures.
I
Because
think
I think I might have got a little too loud growing in there as I was pulling that, and I think every set that we did, I kept throwing more weight on, and finally I ran out of weight, and I see the tire in the corner, so that's why that tire's on there.
was a tire weigh like 25, something like that?
I think it actually weighs a little more than that. I'd have to go back, but I do have all those weights recorded as to what each individual thing actually was, because I was just gonna put everything away and be done for the night. And then everybody's like, we should probably actually count how much weight this actually was. So yeah, we ended up staying there for like 30 more minutes just to figure that all out.
So the only moment that I've ever had like that where people stopped and like were taking pictures or staring, well, I guess it's happened a couple of times because I'm a bit of a psycho with the strongman stuff. But I was I had this 280-pound sandbag, and I was like I was picking it to shoulders and then dropping it, and I was just doing that over and over again. But I was yelling like, "Who's gonna carry the boats?"
Oh yeah.
Because not because I say that as some
I know
motivation.
who you're talking about. Good
Yeah.
old Dave Goggins. I tell
So
you what.
I'm not I'm not like a Goggins guy. I just think it's a very funny thing to say to
Yeah.
like motivate yourself.
Yeah. So
16 inch
there's
SUV
actually
tires start around 50 pounds. That tire looks larger. How tall are you? Roundabout?
I'm about 5'4", 5'6", depending on what shoes I wear.
Manlet.
Hold on.
Yeah. All
Let's
right,
see.
Bryce is in here. Bryce is actually also a fellow landscaper. He's very, very good at hardscaping. If you are looking for a patio that will blow your mind, that guy will put it together for you. He's actually got Skyrunner Landscaping out of the Plymouth, Sheboygan County area.
Let's see. Looks like it weighs about 40 pounds. 40, 45. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know because I'm not the person weighing it. So I
Right.
just, based on Google, that's what it says. 40 to 45 for the standard pickup truck tire. that doesn't matter. I was just going off of, he said 16-inch SUV
Right.
tires start around 50 pounds. And I Googled it, and
Yeah.
you were wrong, Bryce.
Come on, Bryce.
That's all right.
We research here, Bryce. All we talk about is tire weight.
That's
All
it.
okay.
We should get Eddie on here. Let's get Eddie in here. He's been a tire tech for 6 years. He'll know.
Just come in here with all this tire knowledge. Actually, that's a
Let's pull in the
radial
tire expert.
R45,
Hey, I
35.
don't weigh the
145.
tires. I just throw them around, guys.
We'll be like Rick from Pawn Stars. You mind if I call in my tire expert?
So
I got a tire.
funny story that you were talking about David Goggins and who's going to carry the boats. I was actually in a really good friend of mine, Dave Brandt. He's also in the gym with us, and we like to pick up heavy weights, and sometimes we'll really mess with each other, and somebody will pick up a weight, and we'll look at him and we'll say, lightweight. So that kind of light work. That's what we'll tell each other. So that kind of resonated.
Yeah.
This is light work.
That's light work. So that actually resonated with us. So we actually say that quite a bit to each other. And when we were in the fire games together, that was actually on the back of our shirts.
Yeah, the fire games was the thing that you told me was similar to the I'm having a brain fart.
Yeah, it's somewhat similar to the CrossFit games.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
there was actually a few competitors in the fire games that also competed in CrossFit games, and they said it was very similar, if not some exercises harder. So that was pretty nice to hear. As a member of one gym, I like to be pretty open-minded, and hearing that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's actually winter games coming up here, I believe in February. I'd like to do that, but I just can't commit to 8, 9, 10 weeks of training, and then it snows and I got to go out and snowplow instead of actually going and competing. So
yeah, snowplowing.
I'll save all that energy for the snowplowing, and I'm sure I'll do the fire games again in the summer.
Yeah, Dave and I know all about snowplowing.
Yeah, February.
That's a whole other animal, man. That separates the boys from the men right there.
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time that I plowed or shoveled. I don't think I've been around anywhere that there's been. No. Last year I shoveled. But we haven't gotten any snow in forever. Other than that one snow.
Even in Wisconsin, it's been kind of mediocre winters for the past several
years. Yeah, the snowmobile trails. I'm going to lose my mind if the snowmobile trails don't open this year. It's been 3 years.
You see a lot of snowmobiles up for sale lately just because our trails haven't opened in probably over 2 years.
Dude, my uncle's entire winter life has been snowmobiling for like 3 decades, and he's talking about selling his.
That's crazy.
Because it just doesn't snow. I think the trails have opened, 3 times in the last 12, 15 years?
Could be. I'm not an avid snowmobiler. I mean, I'm out snow plowing and making money instead of.
Yeah, because that's the thing is you can't be like, hey, it snowed, let's go sledding. You're like, right. No, it snowed. I got to work for 24 hours straight.
Yeah. Oh, those are part-time hours. Settle down over there.
Hey, come on, man.
Hours.
Part-time hours.
Share. He's got a picture of you deadlifting here.
Oh yeah, with my Tigger shirt.
Double gutter.
That shirt actually pretty much acknowledges the type of person I am in the gym. Just jumping around and yeah.
So
that was a good day. I don't even know how much weight's there.
This
I
is
believe those.
15, 25, 45, 25, 15.
I believe that one on the end is a 10.
295. If this is a 10, 285.
Yeah.
These are both 10s.
Yeah, I believe that end one was a 10 because I was running out of real estate on that. What I really should have done is start grabbing all the 45-pound weights and just started there. But these weights right
Dave,
here were the
Dave
closest.
is like me. He doesn't know anything about lifting. He just lifts.
I don't know
Yeah,
if I have.
there is an art to it. Right now I just pick weights up and set them down. Honestly, I don't really do a lot of math. I just kind of listen to my body. Sometimes I don't listen
That's
to my
smart.
body, and that doesn't turn out well either.
I'm trying to find. Let's see.
I'm gonna take a leak real quick, boys.
All right. So my max now is probably not much at all, but
Okay.
it was. Is this here? No. I don't know if you can see. This isn't a max. This is just my last strong. Why is it so blurry?
Oh, there you go.
This is my last strongman, and this was 385. I did this for 8.
Oh, man.
I got, I think 6 of 8 counted.
That's impressive.
Um,
I don't know if I've actually went for a max on these deadlifts before or not. I don't think I actually have.
it's not gonna, hold on.
Yeah, it's funny to. Okay, there you go.
So this is 405 for
Jeez.
2, but it's on a 13-inch wagon wheel. I think my max is like 455 last time. No, it's not. It's not that high anymore though. I think I did my max like a week ago. It's like 355. I did 355 for 2, and I just felt like gassed.
I tell you what, I go to the gym almost every day. I actually took off this past week, or previous week, because of deer hunting, and came back. And I tell you what, I felt like I just started over all over again. Even when I go to the gym and miss like 2 days now, it just it really throws you off.
Yeah, so I just been doing like physique training for the past 12 weeks, and then my coach was like, we're gonna go test maxes this week, and I was like, okay. So yeah, coming back to it, it wasn't anything cool. I think I did squat, it was like 335, except for landmine, which was 405. And then bench was 225, and then
Bench I'd be curious to see where I'm at, because I haven't touched a bench in probably, I would say, 15 years. Since I've been in high school football is probably the last time that I did that.
So I did a 14
All right,
week
my sister's
training
in
block.
here.
What is it?
I said Megan there. That's actually my sister. She's actually expecting a baby here soon, and that baby's gonna definitely know who Winnie the Pooh is, because She just had a baby shower, and it was Winnie the Pooh themed, and I think she came out like a bandit on that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the last time I saw Megan.
Yeah, she's doing good.
Hell yeah.
Wait, what was that? Is this the end of these? Yeah, it is. All right. I'm gonna read a little bit more into your notes here. So, before you did landscaping, you were probably working as a landscaper?
Actually, I was working on a farm that was
Oh, okay. No, I
yeah,
read
I
this
was
wrong.
working on a farm.
Don't you highlight things for me, Don?
That was my first job, actually, milking cows, and that was part-time job that I got when I was a freshman in high school, and that job lasted me 10 years, maybe a little more. And man, I loved farming, but it just got to me once my family started growing. I thought, that farming, it's great, and that's, I can't knock farming because that actually is what really sparked my work ethic. Farming and my dad. Um, my dad is a big farmer. He's actually got a bunch of beef cows. Me and my brother have a couple that mostly my dad takes care of, and we come over and hang out with them sometimes. But yeah, my dad, that guy never stopped working, and so yeah, I worked on the farm, and once I started having kids, it really opened my eyes. I mean, they were getting older, and they were starting to have school events, and I was missing them, and that was bugging me a lot. And I thought, if I can do something where I can kind of step away and get to my kids stuff, they're gonna remember that. And actually, me and Donnie were just talking about that. You look back and your kids remember when you're at those games. Me as a grown adult, I can remember when my parents were at those football games or soccer games, and I can remember when they weren't. And our kids are the same. They're extremely smart, and they never forget. If you tell them that you're gonna get them candy at the grocery store, you better get them candy at the grocery store, because they'll make sure everybody in that store knows you promised them candy.
Yeah, my son, those belly washer things?
Oh yeah.
If
I refuse
don't
to
get him a
get
new
those
one
because
every
we
once
won't
in a
make
while.
it down the road.
If I don't get him one every once in a while, he'll be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Dad."
Just get that attitude, like, yo.
Yeah. 2.5 years old, like, bro.
Looking for that belly washer.
Yeah.
I don't have kids, so I don't know what that even is.
A belly washer is like a.
It's like a jacked up Kool-Aid. Man.
Oh, is it like hogwash?
It's a toy that's also a juice. So it's like a. I'll show you.
They have caps on them with certain figurines.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
That's how they really get you. That's really how they. My kid sees a
Just
Spider-Man.
one of those like totally marketed to kids things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, mainly. Trying to find. Yeah, here we go. So it's like. Here. It's like a normal juice, except for it's got a straw coming out of the top, and then it has these characters like on the top of it.
That's wild.
And kids just go.
I feel like I've seen them before, though.
Yeah. Almost certainly. Almost certainly, yeah.
I'm gonna buy some for myself next time I buy some Lunchables.
Yeah.
What I always said is you should really buy stock in that because they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere.
It's not a bad investment idea. We should put that in your notes here that you're an investment analyst.
Yeah.
Belly washers.
Or actually snow in the winter, I like to call myself a snow relocation expert.
There you go.
There you go.
You got to make yourself sound fancy. Then you can get paid more.
You can't just be one of those snowplow guys.
Right. You charge more per hour when you have a fancy title.
Right.
Like when you have PhD after your
guys
name.
out there. You gotta learn how to separate yourself from the boys from the men out there. So I'll settle for the snow relocation expert or snow.
Hey, you can do all the snow relocation this year with your cousin. I'm glad I don't have to shovel snow for 20 hours straight again.
We've since then upgraded to an entire fleet of snow blowers.
Yeah. I hope you did, because the night I worked with you, your snowblower didn't work.
Yeah, I learned my lesson there. I tell you what.
Nah, we ran back to your house and we got your one that did work. At least you had a backup.
Yeah, now I got
Dave is too smart to not have a plan B.
I tell you what, when shit hits the fan, you got to figure something out. Especially when you're the boss, you can't just say, I'll throw in the towel. You got too many people relying on you, so
yeah,
you got to give her and get creative sometimes.
Oh yeah, the name of the game.
Absolutely. But I do appreciate you for answering the phone that night.
What night? Oh, that night I helped you out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you offered me some good money and you bought me McDonald's breakfast. How could I say no?
I have
Andrew, since that night he hasn't answered the phone since that night when it snows.
All right, well,
I'm not sure I can actually blame him because we got a lot of snow that night. Don answered, and it felt endless. I think we stopped at some properties like 4 times in one day.
Well, yeah, because this guy, he jumped into the deep end. He's got like 40 clients on contract, and it's just him basically. So yeah, the snow kept coming and kept coming. By the time we got to the end of your client list, we had to go back to the beginning because all the snow had built up again. I was like, this is never gonna end.
That comment right there, Bryce, if you could go through the whole alphabet in the night, that would sum up about a landscaper's life right there. Because you're at the mercy of just about every single variable there is when weather's involved.
Don't listen to these landscapers. They like to complain about anything. Us farmers.
Yeah. Don't even get me started with farmers.
Yeah.
Farmers hate complaining. They don't even think about complaining.
I've never done it.
I'm sick of people saying that we complain. I don't know who to tell this, but
you have no idea how many people on the road I was just screaming at today while I was in the tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
there was only one time ever though that I ever actually got out of the tractor. I was in the combine. I was at Dave. You're the only one here who's gonna know what I'm talking about. But I'm headed south or north down 32. I'm coming up to A. This guy's at the stop sign at A.
Yeah.
I'm like a quarter mile down the road, and he's just sitting there like he's waiting for me. And he's sitting there, and as soon as I'm right by him, he decides, I'm going to go and try to beat this guy. If I hadn't slammed on my brakes, the snout of the head of the combine would have smashed through his window and probably killed the dude.
Yeah,
And
some
I slammed the thing into park. I got out on the deck because the combines have that deck you can walk out on. I
Right.
got out on the deck and I'm fucking yelling at that dude. It was the only time I ever actually got out of the vehicle and yelled at someone.
So it's funny you say that. Snow plowing is somewhat similar to that. Actually,
People just don't know. People just don't know how to drive around the vehicles.
Yeah, a lot tighter quarters. Now, since I've started, I've gotten smart and added a lot of lights and flashers to my truck, so people wouldn't have a reason to not see me.
Yeah.
And I have backup lights that pretty much turns it into broad daylight.
Yeah, I remember those. Those are blinding.
And people still pull out, in front of you or behind you, and you just got to be careful. I actually just invested in a backup camera on the back of my big Salter, just as another precaution. Safety is key because, I don't want to be running into anybody, and if somebody's not paying attention, I don't want them running into me either.
Yep.
Stuck blocking roads.
Oh, yeah. So that's actually a good comment because, for us snow plowers, we'll be out middle of the night, and even in the middle of the day. If we get a lot of snow, there's some people that are bombing out. I've seen people on bikes before, but I think the craziest thing I ever seen was a guy in a motorized scooter. We had about 12 inches of snow the day before. We were still trying to clean that up. And middle of Sheboygan, he decides he's going to go out to Quick Trip and go grocery shopping. And he got stuck in the middle of a crosswalk right in front of me. So I actually got out of my truck and pushed him to the other side of the sidewalk. Luckily, that sidewalk had been snowblowed, but you know how neighbors are. One neighbor might have it snowblowed, but the next won't. So I don't know where he went after that, but I got him out of the road. But that's a very common theme. In
Sheboygan.
When it's, just in general. We do the whole county actually, and there's some really crazy things that I've seen. Semis jackknifed and cars flipped over and in ditches. And the craziest thing I think I've ever pulled out of a ditch was a full-size skid loader. That was I've actually done that twice. I didn't know if my truck had it in it, but I was going to try. And we got both of those guys out. So I was pretty proud of myself there. And the guys that tried offering me money, and I told them, you know what? Just do me a favor and never put this thing in the ditch again so I don't have to pull you out again.
Yeah.
And that was good enough for me.
Speaking of snow, I used to have this, I used to have a GTI that was built. And I would take it to this cornfield and just do mad donuts in this, because it was built out, so I think it was at like 465 horsepower at the wheels, and it was rowdy. And I would everybody did it, so it wasn't just like I was some random asshole going to a cornfield and being like, your problem. But like everybody did it. They had like Jeeps and stuff, and I think it started because someone was like, your car, it can't make it through this cornfield. And I was like,
you're going to prove him wrong.
I guess we'll see. Yeah, that was...
How did that go?
Funny story with cornfields. I actually...
Did that go well?
Yeah, no. I
actually
didn't get
decided
stuck, didn't hit any holes. Like, it was fine. It was fun.
Hell yeah.
I decided I was gonna go Baja in a cornfield once with my old pickup truck. Ended up blowing out the rear end in that truck that night, and had to make the call of shame to my father. And that's all you dread.
It's the worst call to make, man.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm in the middle of a cornfield and my truck doesn't move anymore. He was a trooper about it, but he didn't let me forget it. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah. No, I know your dad. He won't let you forget that.
No, absolutely not.
My favorite cornfield story is I was in my friend's truck. We were like smoking weed in a cornfield because I come from a small town, so sometimes you just smoke weed in a cornfield.
You just run out of things to do, right?
We're like, he has a smaller truck. He has a Ford Ranger, and there's no lights, of course, because we're in a cornfield. So except for the faceplate of the radio, and we're at that like post smoke, like the smoke's still lingering there. We're just kind of sitting. It's like quiet, and this deer, it was a buck, and it ran up and it hit the side of his car, but its fucking antler got stuck. And I don't know if you can even imagine what this is like, because I'm just blitzed, and it's pitch black. A deer hits the side of this. It's like an old, it was like a metal body Ranger. I don't know if you all remember when they were like, so it was super loud. And the deer's antler gets stuck. And so it just starts. So not only is it a super loud noise, which is frightening, but then it's just like, and we don't know. We're just in the dark, and this thing is attacking the car, and it's a big buck. So it's just flailing, and we're like, this is it. I've never been that scared. I don't think ever again.
Oh shit, dude.
It's crazy to see how many deer are actually in the middle of like big cities until you're plowing at like 2 a.m. and you see just a herd of deer like galloping down like the main drive of Sheboygan. It's a sight to see.
Is Sheboygan like a small town? Is it a city?
I wouldn't consider Sheboygan a small town. It's probably one of the bigger towns in our area.
Sheboygan, yeah. Sheboygan's what, 52,000 population. But there's the town of Sheboygan and the city of Sheboygan. The city has like 52,000. The town, I don't know.
Right, they're both connected. So it really makes it seem like it's even bigger than it actually is.
City 52, metro is 120,000.
Yeah, so that's fair size.
Yeah, and then Sheboygan is also a county. Dave and I both live in Sheboygan County. Sheboygan is a county, a town, and a city.
And then you have a small urban Sheboygan Falls right down the road.
You guys got a lot of gangs in Wisconsin?
We got a lot of wannabe gangs in Sheboygan. Milwaukee. There's I don't. Have you ever heard of the Kia Boys?
What did you just say to me?
The Kia Boys.
The Kia Boys?
Yeah, they're a big
Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
They're like a big. Oh, Dave, your wife just commented.
Oh boy.
Nothing like see it run down Superior at 11 p.m. at night by St. Nicholas Hospital.
Oh yeah. So that's about the time she used to get off of work.
Okay.
And I mean, that's a pretty busy area right down by St. Nick Hospital. I mean, you're pretty much in the heart of Sheboygan there. So when you see a deer just running down the middle of the road, it is a sight to see. It really wakes you up because you're like, oh, there's a herd of deer just running down this busy street where there was like hundreds and hundreds of cars just driving through earlier, like several hours ago.
Well, and deer are so stupid that like you gotta slow way down because even if they're waiting on the edge of the road, you know they're just gonna jump right in front of you once you're right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Have you all seen this?
Today I had to stop on the road in the middle of the road while I'm hauling grain because there was a goose. Somebody's goose was just standing in the middle of the road, would not move.
Have you all seen this?
Oh, where is this?
I don't know where. I think it's in Nashville.
Oh, the deer.
No, Martin, Tennessee.
Yeah, I think I saw this one.
Wasn't the deer just
Even
running?
better, I saw something very similar.
Oh wow!
Dude, I know that deer's scared. They're also scared. Dad's like, get out.
Yeah,
Get a
Dad's
job.
like, get in the corner.
What do you say to the deer?
Get a job, is that what you said?
See, that right there is why women need men in their life. Look at the women. The man literally chased the deer down, and the women are cowering in the corner.
It's very funny to imagine that's like your pitch, though, where you're like, listen, you could say no to the state, but if you go home tonight, you're alone, and a deer
I don't know if I
breaks in
could,
your living room window.
That'd be a story to tell for the rest of your life. Yeah, we were just eating burgers, and a deer just barged into our meal. Where'd he go?
I think Andrew just went backstage.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, so we gotta get
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah.
Okay, for whatever reason.
We were worried.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. I'm gonna show you all something, and then I'm gonna have to bounce because I gotta wake up at like 4 because I'm driving to the World Strongman Games in the morning.
Have fun with that.
Good luck, Dominique.
Have you all ever seen this video? I'm probably gonna start wheeze laughing trying to get my way through this video because it's my favorite video. Hold on.
It better be good. You better not disappoint.
Have you ever seen this?
Cactus? No, I don't think so.
I'm going to tell you right now, that is one of my worst fears while I'm on the job.
How does that even happen? Did someone throw the snake at him?
No, it's just like in the door. So there's like a screen door.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
It's just
That actually looks like something that would happen to me.
That's fucking
So
insane,
one of my
dude.
not brighter ideas actually ended up cutting my leg. You guys.
It's too fucking good, dude.
the eye.
Oh man.
Hold
Right,
on. Does that have the
he's
audio?
right on target too.
Oh. Yeah, that would be my luck, guys. Just mow lawns and
Imagine this shock.
by a snake.
So this isn't the one that has this isn't the version that has this, but he goes in and he goes, "Take me to the hospital," and they go like the people that he's going to visit. They're like, "Why?" And he's like, "A snake bit me in the eye. It came out of your doorbell." And then they're like, they go, "Nah." That's how they react.
Nah.
They just go, "Nah, there ain't no." Ain't no snakes in our doorbell. What?
Very unlucky.
They're just trying to keep themselves away from any accusations in case a lawyer comes around. Like, no, there's no
You brought that
snake in our
snake with
door.
you. You brought that snake from home.
Yeah, you set us up.
Ain't no snakes out here. You brought
Uh,
that. Okay, so
Yeah, I haven't ran into many animals while I was out. I mean, the occasional deer while you're snow plowing in the middle of the night.
yeah.
I run into a lot of
Really
bats
crazy.
in between the wood piles, our lumber piles in the barn.
Okay.
You start pulling the boards off, and all of a sudden a bat will be like, come right at you.
Well, I've actually had a client call me after we had mowed their lawn, and a day, maybe 2 days passed, and she called me asking to remove a deceased bird from her lawn. And I was kind of hesitant on coming back to just do this. I also was like, well, I mean, I've never had to do this for anybody, so I guess I'll go and check it out. And sure enough, there's a dead bird in their lawn. It's a little barn swallow or whatever you want to call them, and just threw it in the back of the truck and took it home and
Sometimes people call the wild shit.
gave it the proper funeral.
Yeah.
When I was working landscaping, this happened. I mean, it happened like 5 times that I got attacked by ground wasps.
Oh, I've had that happen. That's not a good time.
It happened like 5 times. It just kept happening to me. It felt like a cartoon. Like someone was covering me in
like
honey
you
before I left the
were
house or
a
something.
Wile E. Coyote.
Bro,
those are the worst. I will admit, those are the worst.
Well, Dave and I both
2
removed
worst-
stumps. I'm sure him and I have both encountered plenty of them.
The 2 worst times. One, my brother used to work with me when I did landscaping, and he was on a 0 turn, and I was on a wall, like a a rock wall, and I was like edging, and he hit this ground wasp nest probably 5 feet away from me, and they all like swarm up, and he's gone. So there's just me, and then they're like,
so they're like, it's him.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he like hits the they're attacking me. I'm wearing coveralls, and like that it's like thick canvas. So once they're in, they're just just hitting me on the back. And so this is happening, and I'm like, I can't take my shirt off because I'm wearing coveralls. So my brother like hits the the end of his line. He turns around. He sees me obviously doing the Macarena or whatever, and he like hops off and he like runs over and he's like trying to help me, but what he did is he just started hitting me like in the back, trying to kill these things. So they're like stinging his hand, but he's also pushing the stingers farther in. Like they're just like, oh, this is everybody's problem now. So they're already latched in, so they just keep biting me. And then like we had these 2 guys. I think they were both named Juan. I'm almost certain both of their names were
probably.
Juan. They like because I had basketball shorts on and a t-shirt underneath my stuff, but I just wore that because it was easier at the end of the day taking that off. And they like ripped my coveralls off, and I just kind of laid on the blacktop, and I was like, Jake, this is my brother. And I was like, I think I'm dying. And he was like, probably not, but
funny
man.
that I've gotten attacked by ground wasps also, and always in the same spot every year. I was never smart enough to go back and kind of take care of that problem.
You're like, no,
as
zero shot.
as you're describing that, I had that happen to me once, and I was on a zero turn, and I had ended up hitting a nest of those ground wasps, and they came at me at full force.
It's like a Winnie the Pooh cartoon.
Oh,
it really is.
Yeah,
You
I
just
mean,
go,
it's like you can literally see them swarming at you, and then you just feel like you're done for it. So I ended up ripping off my shirt because at that point they're all over me, and I'm running to my truck to go grab a couple cans of wasp spray. But as we're describing these stories, it's funny because after that happened, the neighbor ended up coming over, and I could sense that he was confused because he had no idea what had happened, that I got stung. He goes, "Oh, did you get all excited and get hot and rip your shirt off because you were warm?"
I got all excited.
But I mean, these people are in their house and they don't know what's going on. I had to describe. I was like, no, actually, I got stung by probably 10, 15 ground wasps. What is Bryce got?
Not ground wasp, but wasp. I was in an
Bro,
and they're attacking me. The lift requires both hands on the control. I couldn't get around them fast enough.
Bryce, I had that exact same thing. My dad and I do tree work. I always run the lift controls, and my dad cuts shit. And we've had it multiple times where my dad cuts a branch that there's a wasp nest on, and they just come at you. And you're in that lift. You can only move so fast.
You can only run away about a foot, and then you run out of real estate.
And then
and then you run back a foot.
And Andrew, I don't think you know this at all about me. I know Dave does, but I actually have a few beehives. And there's absolutely nothing scarier in the world than when you don't seal up your suit completely, and all of a sudden you realize there's like 2 or 3 bees inside of your face mask, and all of a sudden you're just like, get me out of here.
I mean, they kind of just like,
because I'm allergic to them, not deathly allergic, but like I swell up like a blimp.
Yeah,
honeybees aren't like that aggressive though, are they? Unless you're like messing with the
bees are not aggressive unless you fuck up. And then they release those pheromones, and then the whole hive is out to get you.
Yeah.
Isn't it when the queen's in distress is when you're in trouble?
That's your biggest trouble, yeah. There's other things that'll make them get a little hyperactive. But the queen is the main thing, because those guys, they will literally die for their queen. So
yeah. I have a property where they have those boxes like you do have, Donnie, and I just mow right past them and they leave you alone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Them or something like that, you're gonna have trouble. But I mean, they could be out flying around as long as you're leaving them alone. You're fine. You don't have
biggest problem is if you stand in their flight path too long. But that's about it.
I'm not a bee expert. I'm a snow relocation expert over here. So
yes, you are.
Have you ever seen that video? Hold on, I'm gonna find it. It's the guy finds the. No, this isn't it. The guy. Yeah. How do I?
What are you doing over there, Andrew?
Hold on. Share screen.
Researching.
Have you ever seen this?
He's trying to find guys that are getting attacked by bees. Oh boy.
Oh, this guy, yes.
Oh, isn't that the guy that eats the bees?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen this one.
He's like, you don't mess with me, you dumb sack of shit.
Oh man.
Dude,
Grab
this
some
guy
wasp
is
nest.
hilarious. Dave will
That
know
is-
exactly what I'm talking about because Dave knows my dad. This guy reminds me of my dad. That's literally how he takes wasp nests down. He'll climb up a ladder and he'll literally just grab the wasp nest and throw it down to the ground and then just climb down the ladder.
You can see Mike doing that.
Dude,
I
Mike
can
is
see it.
fucking crazy.
I can see it.
That's
I've never seen him eat a wasp nest, but
yet.
not yet. No,
I mean,
I think I'm
that's
pretty sure he
definitely a
does it in
way.
private.
That's definitely a way to get rid of them. I just try to
Yeah.
avoid them like the plague. Guys,
Oh,
see one,
dude,
like, oh yeah,
if
there's
I'm working with my dad
over
and
there.
some wasps start flying, I'm out of there, dude. I'll straight up. My dad knows I'm out of there. I'm not working right now until those wasps are gone. I'm not working.
Yeah. Funny
When,
story about guys not working. So I had an ad posted up for guys help wanted. And I had a guy that he had talked to me on a Wednesday and he said, "Oh yeah, I'll come to work on Monday." So I said, "All right, we'll see you Monday, 8:00." So the guy actually never showed up. And texted me at 11:00. He said, "Hey, I slept in. Do you think we could just start over tomorrow?" I was like, I don't know many guys that are sleeping in at 11 that are currently unemployed, that are actually looking for a job and got one. I said, "Yeah, but
11?
I'm willing to give anybody a second chance. So I'll see you tomorrow."
Yeah.
So at this point, I had told my wife, who helps with the scheduling, and we always joke that she's HR for the business. And I told her, I said, "This guy says he's coming in, but make sure we got somebody else covered because I don't have much hope for this guy."
Yeah.
So he's about 10 minutes away from being on time, and he texts me, "Hey, there's a 30% chance of rain today. I don't think Are we still working today?"
Yeah. Throw that guy out.
I said, "As far as I'm concerned, we're working. I got rain gear," and his response was no.
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, actually, I had to clear up the air because I didn't know what he meant." I thought, well, I said, "No, I have rain gear for you. You don't have to pick up rain gear." I said, "It's only 30% chance. Usually when you see that, you can pretty much write off that it's actually going to rain at all, if not any."
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to work in these conditions." I thought, I don't think this is going to work out. Period.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
long
for
story
sure,
short,
man.
he actually never actually came in that day. So now currently my cousin Charlie is working with me full time, and yeah, if he knows this story. If he sees clouds in the sky, he'll say, "Yeah, we got to shut her down. There's a slight chance we better go home." So
Yeah, gotta shut her down. I can't possibly be asked to work where it may rain.
I thought if he can't work in 30% chance of rain, he ain't cutting it in the winter. So
Right.
that's not going to work out well for any of us.
No, it won't.
So we put the kibosh on that pretty quick.
You gotta.
All right. We're gonna have to go ahead and wrap up. But Dave, it's been great having you, and I'd really like to have you
Thanks for
back.
having me.
Sorry to have to cut this so short. Like I said, I have to wake up in the morning and drive to West Virginia. So that's gonna be cool.
West Virginia.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sing the whole song.
Oh my gosh.
I'll lift some heavy weights for you in the morning.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave here at like 4. I should be getting there at like 1. He's competing. It's the
Hey.
World Strongman Games in Rochester, West Virginia.
Okay.
My boy Dominic Creaky, he's actually the first guest that I had on this show. That guy is a unit. He's
Yep.
he's
Oh, it's
deadlift.
crazy. I remember seeing the videos of him. It's nuts. Dave, when we're done here, I'll send you his profile. He's
All right.
that kind of guy who lifts shit
This
that
guy
bends the bars, dude.
Right.
He deadlifts, I think, 1,100 pounds. Like
Something like that. It's nuts.
the
His
dude.
chiropractor must make millions off of him.
Dude, no, he's just like he's super young too. He's like I think he just turned 26 today.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I
And
mean
he's a
like
beast.
6'5", 330, like 8% body fat. The dude, he's a unit. He's really a unit.
Absolutely, man. Dave, I'll send you some of his shit. You'll be impressed for sure.
Yeah.
Dave,
Well,
do you have anything?
Thanks for having me, man. Honestly.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you wanted to plug before we get off here? Any kind of, I mean, probably your personal business?
Yeah, I mean, check us out on Facebook, Limburg Landscaping LLC. Our awesome website that KLT Designs made us. It's just extravagant how much that website has helped us grow.
It's a really good looking website.
It really is.
LimburgLandscaping.com.
Just want to thank all my friends and also all my haters out there doing this for all of you.
If you don't have enough haters, you can have a couple of mine.
Hey, Dave, throw your TikTok out
I
quick.
got plenty, I think.
Dave, throw your TikTok out quick. That's your main thing.
Oh yeah, our big TikTok page. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers here. We're probably up to 650, maybe pushing a little more than that now. That's Limburg Landscaping 0.0. We
Do you
really
do
Limburg Landscaping LLC 0.0.
There you go.
You know what I think would blow up on a TikTok video? I don't know if you do. Do you do those like fast motion, like if you're power washing or something, like or weed eating? You just do like a fast motion. Those are super aesthetically pleasing, in my opinion. Like the ones where they do like leaf removal.
Yeah,
those are.
Yeah, I try to get as many videos as I can, honestly, man. But it's like at the same time, half the time I'm rushing like to get this done because there's rain coming or something like that.
Yeah.
But I try and take as many videos as I can. I mean, that's just a platform that a lot of our generation and upcoming generation is going to follow. Me and Don were just talking. You know, there's always that next. That next fix. I mean, we were just talking about MySpace yesterday, actually, if you remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I had like 14,000 friends on MySpace. That was the
start. But who was in your top 8?
Yeah, they had the top people. That's right. I forgot about that. You can
I remember.
Pick.
Hold on. Garrett
from
the group chat.
He remembers.
Garrett was in it. I think my girlfriend at the time. I know that my song when you went to the page was "Tear You Apart" by She Wants Revenge.
That was my favorite part.
Mine was King Kill 33 by Marilyn Manson.
I don't even remember what mine was.
You could like make your cursor individualized. All right. I could talk about MySpace all
night. Yeah. Well, we can have a part 2 maybe someday.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you guys see each other all the time. Just get it scheduled. Dave, come back on.
We'll come back on. We had a great time.
All right, thank you.